shifting to a place where the language was different for me, where the food habits were different for me, where I was kind of staying away alone from my family. Things were not easy. When I entered civil services, probably there was lot of chaos, lot of hustles around, and there was lack of prioritization. When I got out of my car, one of the ladies, she got very surprised and she actually said that yehi chori DC hai ki, meaning thereby she could not believe that this lady, she is the deputy commissioner of that district. Namaskar, I am Sonal Goel, IAS officer of 2008 batch, and I am going to very briefly discuss with you all what these 17 years of being in the IAS, of being in the civil services, taught me about success, failure, and fulfillment. Way back in 2003-4, when I was deciding whether to go in for civil services or not, there were a lot of apprehensions. Nobody in my family actually knew about civil services. And then there came a stage wherein I gave a commitment that yes, I have to be in this service for doing my best contribution towards nation building. And that is the year 2008 when I joined the IAS. From working in the very beautiful remote state in the northeast, a beautiful state, Tripura, to comparatively developed state, Haryana. I have seen these contrasts in my service career, and it has always reinforced the faith and belief in myself that excellence is not achieved only through a single milestone. Excellence is something which we do in our daily habit. In 2009, after completing my training from Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie, I joined the beautiful state of Tripura. Definitely, there were lot of apprehensions, lot of new things for me. Me having been grown up in the parts of northern area of our country, Delhi and Haryana, and then shifting to a place where the language was different for me, where the food habits were different for me, where I was kind of staying away alone from my family. Things were not easy, but yes, it was my resolve that I have to contribute and I have to do my best. So I tried to adapt, and one thing was very important for me as an IAS officer was to connect with the people, to connect with them in their local language. So I actually emphasized upon learning Bengali because Bengali is very predominantly spoken and used in communication in Tripura. I truly believe that excellence is not a single milestone. It is actually something which you repeatedly do. Therefore, I have tried to further elaborate in form of 5 habits or maybe the 5 things which I repeatedly do or which I have tried to do. So the first habit which I would like to share with you all is disciplined mornings. As an IAS officer, as a civil servant, we have lot of works and many a time work comes unplanned. But it is also important to have at least 1 hour of yourself for you. So, of late, I have tried that I invest at least 1 hour in the morning for my daily routine, for my maybe walk, for my yoga, meditation, or reading newspaper, reading something which I find interesting. And it actually sets the tone for my day. The second habit, which is also very important for me, is my time blocking. Early morning, after I finish off my routine towards my health, then when I leave for the office, before that, I try to go for the field visit. And then the time from 11 to 1 p.m. is generally for meeting the public. Then, of course, your office work, and then your late evening is for the file disposal. So for an IAS officer, for an administrator, this time management is very, very important, and time blocking becomes very much essential, and so is important for any aspirant who is aspiring to be in the civil services. The third habit, which I believe is very important, is learning and improvising daily. As I have always believed that excellence is everything you do something new. So therefore it is very, very important that you learn something new. When I shifted to Haryana on my inter-cadre deputation, so Jhajjar predominantly has been a patriarchy dominated society. It has seen a patriarchy dominated society. Even I remember an example that when I was on my initial days of my field visit, I actually reached a village, and when I was getting down of my official vehicle, and there were village women who were standing there to welcome the collector of Jhajjar district. So when I got out of my car, one of the ladies, she got very surprised, and she actually said that yehi chori DC hai ke, meaning thereby she could not believe that this lady, she is the deputy commissioner of that district. So I said to that lady that माताजी, अगर मैं डीसी बन सकती हूँ तो आपके घर में जो पोतियाँ जो हैं उनको भी आप पढ़ाएं, और उनको जो अचीव करना है उसमें उनकी मदद कीजिए. Few things which I will never compromise on. Few things, non-negotiables, which I will never compromise on. Yes, they are my family time. The time with my kids. I am a mother of 2 kids, I am a daughter, I am a wife, besides being a civil servant. So this portion of family time is very, very important. I admit that when I entered civil services, probably there was lot of chaos, lot of hustles around, and there was lack of prioritization. Things were coming unplanned. Things were coming discreet. But then over a period of time, I have realized that no, there is a set of people in my life who have always been my support system. So, spending time with them, being available for them when they need me is imperative. Way back in 2014-15, when I was in Tripura, I gained lot of weight after my first pregnancy and birth of my first child. And I kind of neglected. I wanted to lose some weight. I wanted to feel more active. But then probably I did not take much conscious efforts. When I shifted to Haryana and then way back in 2017-18, it just came to my mind that if I am a bit more healthier, maybe I can contribute more productively, both at my home, at my workplace. So I made conscious effort, I made a routine which I also shared briefly in the earlier part of this talk, that having some time for yourself is very, very important. As an officer, there would be umpteen number of circumstances on which there might be political pressures, there might be some unknown pressures on you to maybe sign a file or approve a file or do something which is maybe legally not correct or which is beyond the rules. So it is very important to have that courage and to have that clarity that yes, if it is legally not justified and it is morally not tenable, if it is beyond your moral compass, I cannot say yes to this. I cannot sign this. I cannot allow this because I am answerable. I am responsible for whatever decision I am taking there for the people who are in my district, in my jurisdiction. So therefore, this clarity of saying no if it is legally not justified, if it is morally not justified, morally not tenable is very, very important. In 2023, I also started participating in the marathons. I started with 10 kilometer and now I have done almost 4 to 5 half marathons also, 21 kilometer. I also started doing short treks As Mr. C.W. Longnecker very rightly said, that life's battle do not go to the stronger or the faster man, but sooner or later, the man who wins is the one who believes I can. So therefore, this is the potential of you believing in yourself that yes, you can and you will. My best wishes to all of you. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay curious, stay fearless. Keep believing in yourself and keep challenging your own limits.